Oh, hello there, Hidden Hermit here. How you doing? Hey, check this out. Boom, it's the sun. Hi, sun. Why is the sun so splendid looking this morning? Well, today is Tuesday the 9th of April. It's 4:40 a.m. British summertime. And it's the 9th of April, which means the sun is at 19 degrees Aries. The sun is exalted at 19 degrees Aries. So meaning, you know, that the sun and all its splendiferousness is at its best. So you could argue that today is the best day of the year, maybe. You could argue that. In fact, I'll let you guys debate that amongst yourselves while I'll crack on with a random reading. How does that sound? I think it sounds amazing to me. So, thinking about the sun and Aries, who's this reading going to be for? Aquarius. Okay, so we've got sun in Aquarius, and for the moon sign, the moon is currently in Gemini. She's 3 degrees Gemini at the moment. Oh, look at that, moon in Gemini. Amazing, amazing. It's almost as if it was meant to be. So let's crack on with this random reading. Today I am using Equinox, my top deck, because I didn't really want to overthink it, and I just picked up the first deck that I saw. He has been cleansed and what's the word I'm looking for? Cleansed and shuffled off camera. I'm just doing that a wee bit more, just so you know I'm not scripting this. I'll be using my normal 5-card spread. I feel kind of impatient. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Maybe the sun is giving me a little burst of energy. I wonder why that is. Who knows? Who knows? Let's just crack on with this. So, sun in Gemini, sun in Aquarius, moon in Gemini. So we're going for an incredibly airy vibe. You may very well be somebody who talks a lot, who thinks a lot as well. I mean, can you imagine if you've got Libra as your ascendant as well? That you'd have to be some sort of genius, I would imagine. Who knows? But hey, is this reading for you? The sun with all the fieriness is going to be offset by all your airiness. So there's a very airy person who's going to be getting this reading today. And as I always say, this is an unsolicited reading. Nobody's asked for it, so, you know, I apologise. But you never know, there might be a message in here for you. I wonder what that card is. What do you reckon? What do you reckon that card is? I reckon it's the sun. Wouldn't that be amazing? It's close. Oh, it's the 9 of Wands. Now that's interesting. I wonder if the 9 of Wands is going to come up in this reading. So the 9 of Wands is strength. It's actually the moon in Sagittarius. Fiery though. Fiery. Okay, let's do this, shall we? Let's do this. One more riffle shuffle. I feel like I'm waffling, but you know, never mind. I am indeed a Gemini rising, so it does kind of come through in my videos, I think, when I just rabbit on about nonsense, which is exactly what I'm doing at the moment. So let's crack on with this random reading, shall we? All right then, sun in Gemini, sun in Aquarius. I don't know why I'm doing that. Sun in Aquarius, moon in Gemini. Is this reading for you? Normal 5-card spread. Over here will be what is going through your heart and mind at the moment. Up here is a situation you are currently facing or will be facing really soon. These are energies leading up to this situation. So a kind of a past position, if you like. Here are energies surrounding the situation as it is at the moment. These two cards like to have a good Gemini natter between them. And over here is a potential outcome if you change nothing, or energies surrounding the future of the situation. So let's just crack on with this. Aquarius, what's going through your heart and mind at the moment? My goodness, more wands. The 5 of Wands indeed. So we're thinking about a bit of a Saturn and Leo vibe. Are you feeling a little bit hassled? It's all that airiness, and it's interesting we've got this resplendent yellow colour in the back here, reminding us of an airy vibe. But yeah, it kind of gives us an air of conflict, a little bit of friction going on. So why is that, Aquarius? Why are you feeling the friction at the moment? Now, interesting, you know, Saturn in Leo. Saturn is one of your ruling planets. Maybe this is going to be something about discipline, and maybe you're being a bit hard on yourself. Maybe this conflict is internal. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. And of course, I have not been posed a question. Like I said, this is nobody asked for this reading, so only you're going to know contextually what this reading means to you. But never mind. Let's go on, shall we? Look at that, it's the High Priestess, the moon. So immediately we're looking towards your Gemini moon. And the moon is in Gemini at the moment and will be for a couple of days. So that's interesting. Now, the High Priestess, mysterious card. The moon card, if you like, without being the moon card. So that's already quite interesting, isn't it? So I think the situation is something that you're being presented with right at the moment as the moon is transiting Gemini. Something unknown might be going on, something to do with your intuition, something hidden. And again, I suggested that perhaps this conflict is internal, and that kind of backs it up a little bit. We'll see what these cards say, shall we? So, energies leading up to this moony current situation, and I do feel it's probably current considering that the High Priestess came out. Shut up. Okay, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Another moony card indeed. So the Knight of Cups is, in fact, it rules the last decan of Aquarius. So we've already got quite a lot of amazing correspondences already. The Knight of Cups is, he can be a bit of an idealistic fellow, can't he? Have you had your head in your clouds recently? Is this where this strife? Are you kind of being kind of hard on yourself because you've been allowing yourself to be quite imaginative, quite... I mean, I always say the head in the clouds for the Knight of Cups, which I do think is a little unfair, to be perfectly honest. But you know, he's very idealistic. There's a sense of travel, a sense of romance in there. You got that crab crawling out of his cup there as well. Again, reminding us of a moon. A lot of moon energy going on, I'm feeling. It might be because I love this little bit of moonstone. I don't know. I don't know. I'm obviously talking nonsense at the moment. So contextually, we'll see what the whole spread says. So this is energies that surrounding this High Priestess situation at the moment. I can't wait to find out. It's the universe or the world. Okay, and now we have a double dose of Saturn. Right, okay, so that's crazy, isn't it? And we've got, I mean... Sorry, I'm lying to you. This is Judgment, obviously. We don't have a double dose of Saturn. We've got a bit of Pluto energy going on here. This is a crazy, crazy card, isn't it? What is going on here? You've got so many layers to this card. I mean, you can see, if you look at it at a distance, you've got three figures in there. Somebody on a throne, somebody childlike standing up, and you've got this sort of face figure here. Right, this is getting really tricky and interesting. This might turn out to be a 3-hour video. Who knows? Let's just turn this card over and see what it says. It's the Queen of Swords. Okay, and there you go. You've got your icing on the cake. A very, very airy, one of the airiest. I mean, she's the Queen of Swords. How can you explain what the Queen of Swords means in context to this? Because she is a very harsh woman, isn't she? She is the sort of person who doesn't take any nonsense, and that kind of expounds this idea of, I think this is internal, Aquarius. I really do. So let's have a wee look at this. So there is conflict. There is conflict in your life at the moment, Aquarius. And who knows, your Gemini moon might be giving you a little bit of duality at the moment. This Saturn influence is you know, you're used to the Saturn influence, I believe, and you Aquarians, either you've embraced your youth before your first Saturn return, or you're post your Saturn return, so you've accepted the things that you want to take on in your life, and you're allowing the next generation to come up. But there is something going on with your initial ruling planet, if you like, that's making you, I'm not going to say oppressed. That would be wrong. There's a heavy weight on your mind, I think. And if we look into your Gemini moon here, the High Priestess is that. I don't think you're hiding it from yourself. You're hiding it from everybody else. You're keeping it quite internal at the moment. So this idea that's running around your head, you're thinking. You're looking for a solution, but you're not drawing anybody else in at the moment to help you. The energy leading up to this situation is the Knight of Cups. So I don't know. Is it something to do with travel? Is it something to do with, do you need to go on a journey? Have you been on a journey? Are you considering a journey? there's something romantic about this as well. I mean, the Knight of Cups, he can be, is very sensual, but undignified. He can be kind of immature and a little bit, or sometimes a little bit deceitful. I think the deceit is I think you may be kind of trying to fool yourself a little bit. And then we get onto the Eon, or if you pick up any other deck ever, this is Judgment. And this Judgment is something that you've really got to embrace for yourself. And it comes all down to this Queen of Swords, doesn't it? In fact, we could get rid of the rest of the spread and just show you, hey, Aquarius, the Queen of Swords. She's not accepting any nonsense here. She's not the sort of woman who can put up with this dilly-dally and this strife that you're putting yourself through. And I think you probably know that, don't you? You probably understand this. You already know what you need to do. You just need to make that decision. You need to embrace the sword that's cut this head off here and just do it. I think that's pretty the long and the short of it, really. Now the Queen of Swords here. So we're thinking about a more of a cardinal kind of energy, whereas you Aquarians are you're the fixed air sign. So I don't know, I think the Queen of Swords is asking for a better decisive action. I think you know what that is as well, don't you, Aquarius? Don't you? Come on, don't you? You do. And you know, you're not going to actually let anybody else know, are you? You're going to keep this hidden. And yeah, we've got another interesting sort of a bit of conflict between the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Who would win in a fight? Easily the Queen of Swords. So there you have it, Aquarius. What an interesting, yeah, a fascinating spread. I would love to talk more about this, but I've already talked for 12 minutes and this is a random reading, and to be quite honest with you, I want to get on with my sunny day. So yes, I am the Hidden Hermit. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoy your Sun exalted in Aries day. It's I'm sure it's going to be amazing, unless you're dealing with this. But hey, thanks very much. I'll see you next time.